Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to StreamYard Spotlight. I am your co-host, Dana Benz.
And I'm your co-host, Kelsey Benz.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I see so many people in the chat tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kevin's one of our guests tonight.
Muhammad, it's 3 a.m. in Cairo. Wow.
Oh my God, very neat, very cool. And I saw Mike, and I saw, who else? I saw Ross and Todd. Hi, Mike, and LTMW's here every single week. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in and letting us know where you're tuning in from. So much fun. It's BottomsUp Perspective with StreamYard. So I want to get right into, thank you so much, Stephen. Thanks for tuning in. I want to get right into who our guests are tonight because we don't have a lot of time. But I just want to mention we just released StreamYard's merch this week. So we've been seeing some people post it on Twitter and things like that. So that's been really fun to see. Right now it's a little bit exclusive. Like you have to tune into a StreamYard live town hall, which is every Sunday, to win the merch, unless you work here. Then you get the merch. Hi, Tony. Thanks for tuning in. But that's been really fun to see. So if you have StreamYard merch, if you won some of the giveaways, then post it on social media. We love seeing it. But without further ado, we have a really fun show for you tonight. So the whole team from BottomsUp Perspective, the BottomsUp Perspective show, is with us tonight. So we'll bring him on one by one. We have Kevin Kwok is here, and Timothy.
What's up, everyone?
Aldric. We have so many of you tonight.
Hi, everyone.
And Jeremy, thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Welcome.
It's so fun to have such a big interview. Normally we just interview one, maybe two people. So I'm glad the whole team could make it. And I know you guys aren't all in the same place. You're all over the place. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely.
There's a brief introduction. I'm from Mars.
Okay. Oh, Mars. Where are you from, Aldric?
I'm from Singapore.
And what time is it? You're drinking
It's
coffee.
9:06 a.m. here.
A.m. It's tomorrow for you.
It's your tomorrow.
It's our tomorrow.
Already.
That is so fun. And Kelsey and I aren't even in the same place. I'm on Pacific time, so it's like 5 o'clock for me. And Tim, where are you?
East Coast, Philly.
East Coast, Philly.
Hey.
Very cool. And Jeremy?
Singapore, together with Aldric.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Awesome.
And
I am in Kansas City. So
Kansas.
Go Chiefs. We're winning the Super Bowl, guys.
Go Chiefs. Oh,
We're winning 2020 and 21.
2020, hey.
That's so fun. Well, for all of our audience members out there, let us know if you have questions for our panel of guests tonight, but we'll jump right into our questions. So for the people who don't know what the BottomsUp Perspective show is, can you give us a brief intro on what the show's about?
Who wants to take the question?
Can you take us, boys?
Let's go, Aldric. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. BottomsUp Perspective, when we first conceptualized it, we wanted to find and to curate people with a voice, and these are the people who doesn't have the privilege of the microphones. So we're talking about the guys on the streets, the girls on the streets, everyday people grappling with everyday issues. And that's really the idea that we have. We took that. We didn't complicate things. We took that idea and we executed it. So that's the entire idea. Today we are hitting 34 episodes and we're still running. The initial conceptualization is just one season, 13 episodes. And somehow we got hooked.
Because we can't stop talking.
And we just continue. Yeah.
So it was originally supposed to just be one. It was supposed to be one season.
So yeah, and we continued to find people with a voice, and we figured along the way that people with a voice, with a good voice, ought to have a megaphone, and our job is to be the megaphone. So if you have good ideas, if you have even controversial ideas that you want to share, you deserve a stage, and we will provide you with the stage. And we are not controversial ourselves. We think a lot. We explore both perspectives, So that's what we do. As of today, we are aggressively finding guests to attend our shows, and we are looking at a wide range of topics. Probably we need someone to talk about climate change in time to come. We probably don't have that topic yet, but I think commercially we will have covered almost everything.
So how do
that's
you
our
go
perspective.
about finding
In summary,
the people to give the voice
people
to?
telling real stories.
Yep, Dana. So I think what makes it unique, Kelsey.
So how do we find
So what makes it unique is our show is it's really, I think we're the only show on LinkedIn that share a global audience.
Wow.
So the key is just everyday people, just like Aldric said, that when you're asking the question, Kelsey, how do we find the audience, right? To have the voice, is really, we aren't looking for the biggest influencers out on LinkedIn or on the channel. And at first we were just on LinkedIn, right? We want the voice of everyday people because we want people to share their journeys and their thoughts on trending topics that's going on every day. The challenges that real people go through, hey, I just got fired from my job. I have mental issues. I struggle with anxiety. Those are things we want answered. And it's not Jeremey, Aldric, Timothy, Kevin, and Jennifer answering it. We want the audience to answer these questions because everyone's perspective matters. So
Yeah,
I love that.
That's
and
awesome.
So you use StreamYard for this show. You invite the guests. You invite the guest, of course, on StreamYard too. Now, how else is StreamYard letting you engage with this worldwide audience that you've grown on LinkedIn? Like, what ways are you using it to engage?
I think I can answer this one since I guess I'm the tech guy behind the StreamYard. So being an agency founder, so that helps a lot too. So I have a team that's able to create the video assets, the intro, outro. But StreamYard has really made it easy for us, right? Back in the days, even when I streamed live before StreamYard, and we had a lot of tools that we had to utilize. But I was dependent on my digital marketing team, for them to do the switch, to do all this stuff. But now, like the Bottoms Up show is just my personal thing. It's really not a J29 thing, right? I'm doing it with Aldric, Jeremey, Timothy, and Jen, kind of on the side. It's a passion project. But I don't need my team to run it. I can click on my button, upload my intro video, have all my branding ready, and I push a button, and StreamYard allows me to go live on all the platforms, YouTube, even Twitter, LinkedIn. It's awesome. It just makes it really easy.
Cool. So cool. So you're the host, Kevin, and you invite all your co-hosts here as guests, or are they also backstage producers with you? Or you're the only one?
So we all have planning. We all get together and talk about, hey, how we want to do things. Yep. Yeah. So
how fun. Very cool. So one feature specifically about your Bottoms Up Perspective show that I really like, and I haven't seen too many people use this feature in the way you do, and that's you create a ticker for the question that you're asking your guest, or you're going roundtable and each person gets to ask it. So you create a scrolling little example banner, and we can show the audience what a ticker means. But I really like how you use the ticker to ask the audience questions, because then they know throughout the entire show which questions someone's answering, and what, if they're just tuning in halfway to the LinkedIn video, they know exactly like what you're talking about or what question your guest's answering. So I really like that you do that.
And I think it's kind of necessary because, as you can see, there's so many of us here. And then on top of that, when we have our guests too, a lot of times when we're all talking, we all love to talk. So, so we lose our train of thought, and sometimes we forget what's even the question. So really, it's a tool for ourselves that, hey, we can look down there and go, hey, sign up today for StreamYard. Yeah.
I love that. So it's actually reminding you like which question we're on.
Yeah.
That is so funny. That's so funny. So in what other ways is StreamYard helping you grow your audience or grow the Bottoms Up Perspective, like as a brand? It feels like it's become this brand for you guys.
Yep. Jeremy, you want to take this one, or Tim?
Yeah, I think I can take this. I think for one, I just want to point out it's very easy to use in the sense that so far we haven't had any special guests come on not knowing what to do. So we have always been able to come on live, on point, on time. So I think the user friendliness helped with building us on the tribe. But in terms of interfacing with the rest of the community or the rest of the world, I think it helps greatly that we could simultaneously live stream on all the different platforms, right? And at the same time, we can, have it archived in YouTube. Because in the earlier days, when we just started on LinkedIn, we didn't know how to really archive the video and put it on YouTube, and I had to find some way to do that technically. So yeah, I think it has helped us a lot in terms of getting it out on the street for the guy on the street.
Out on the street. I love that. So now where are all the places you multi-stream to? Are you utilizing like every single person's profile?
Yes. So I guess all of us, and then within BottomsUp Tribe, we have a tribe too. Where are we about, Timothy, Aldric, Jeremy, you might correct me. Are we about 44 strong? 45?
I think 44, yeah.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, so we've created a community of people who are frequent on our show.
Have a call of 44 strong and about.
Yep. So all
about 44 strong, and I think we are very close to about 150,000 followers in total.
Wow.
Yep. So everyone within that group also help us curate and share as well. So yeah.
Beauty Bubble says wise, friendly, and very cheeky with their humor. Great to see you, Beauty Bubble. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
For the rest of our audience, if you want to ask our team here, feel free to connect with our crew. Yep. Where can our audience members connect with each one of you guys? Where can they watch the Bottoms Up Perspective show?
I'll answer that. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, and I think we're on Twitter now as well as LinkedIn, of course.
Oh, awesome. Okay, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, but LinkedIn's like your big one. That's the biggest one you focus on.
Yep.
LinkedIn and YouTube, because YouTube is where all the videos are housed now at this point. So,
if
you go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Bottoms Up Perspective, not only will you be able to see all of the previous episodes, but you can also make sure you don't miss any future episodes, because you'll actually be notified of the future episodes. It'll tell you that we're going live every Wednesday.
Yep. So it notifies you on YouTube, right? Okay.
Yep.
So one thing about LinkedIn is that they don't have the notification. They don't have the scheduling ahead of time yet. So how have you guys notified your LinkedIn audience members? Like, how do you announce the show to LinkedIn ahead of time before you actually click the go live button?
Yeah, so what we have done a lot is, since we are going live on YouTube as well, so we would post the YouTube video ahead of time because YouTube allows you to do that. But at the same time, as a team, we would create an image, and we would share it across platforms, notifying people, hey, we'll be going live. And we keep for live shows to be effective, what we feel is you have to maintain consistency. So it's oftentimes like a TV show, right? If people have in mind that every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is when we go live, and we do it over and over and over again, eventually people that are interested in the show, they'll block off that schedule to make sure they'll show up. I think where a lot of folks go wrong when they're early on in the game is they start just going live randomly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you go live, it's like a TV show. People are ready. They set aside time, and it's like following like your favorite show, right?
It becomes a routine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Totally.
so true. And then when someone really connects with your show and wants to be a part of it, they want to tune into the chat next week. They'll block, just like you said, they'll block it off in their calendar because it's that important. to them to actually block out the time to come to your show. And it's another great reason to be very engaging with your audience members so that they want to come back next week. Like if you ignore your live chat the whole entire show, like they're not going to want to come back and watch your show. Whereas if you're answering all the questions saying, hey, Nancy, how's it going? We totally agree. Yep. Consistent time and day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a great question. And we're almost out of time, but our last question for you is, how'd you pick your live stream time that you can commit to every single week? That with all four different time zones.
I can't commit to it all the time.
Good answer.
Jeremy, we go work him into it where it's going to be a full-time gig for him.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-oh.
It's perfect.
Uh-oh. So who picked that? Who picked 8 p.m.?
Yeah, so I think because of Singapore, and then we have a huge global audience, right? So we almost have to pick a time that works for both Asia and the U.S. And just happen, isn't it 12-hour difference? Well, it depends where you are in the U.S., right?
It depends.
Yeah.
Now it's a little challenging because we just learned yesterday that only the U.S. has daylight savings time.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Right.
Oh, man. Now everything shifted.
So everything shifted. But we needed to pick a time where, hey, it's not too late for Tim and I, and Aldric and Jeremy. It's
not too
it's
early
first
for
thing
them.
in the morning, but it's still palatable. Yep.
Yeah.
So we had a great question from Tristan. Kelsey, can you put that one on?
Yeah.
So Tristan, thanks for tuning in, Tristan. He says, do you use LinkedIn events to pre-promote your streams or your shows? Have you used LinkedIn events yet?
Yes, the answer is yes. So
Okay.
I'll take that.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I think I'm experiencing some lag, so I'll just keep it simple.
Okay.
We do, so from a broader perspective, we do pre and post production as well to promote our show. By and large, we use all the platforms that we have our presence. So LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We use all of those to promote our show 1 week before. So it's not just about the LinkedIn events, because the LinkedIn events can be rejected very easily. But I think that's not our point. And our point is every platform has their own audience, and we want to reach out to as many people as possible. So we pre-plan our week in terms of reaching out to different people in different platforms. That's how we do it.
Got it.
Just
Interesting.
and not
Just LinkedIn and not just LinkedIn events.
Well,
Interesting.
and I think LinkedIn events is is where you schedule an event and it's curated where, hey, you can invite people to that show, right? So we tested it out before, but what happens with our show, we really want a broad audience. And right now, LinkedIn events in Asia is not very popular. No one knows how to use it. No one's really using it, right?
Interesting.
So it really limits us to US centric. So when you're doing a global show or even global marketing period, we have to always think about the culture and also having that global perspective. How can everyone take advantage of our show?
Right.
So, and with LinkedIn
like
event, it sometimes when you stream, right, it only goes to the people that accepted the show, right? And we want where people can just hop on, whoever, and share it. So
share it with your worldwide audience. I love that. I love that, you guys. Well, thank you so much. I know we're already out of time. Thank you so much for joining us on our StreamYard show to talk about how you're using StreamYard in your unique way and growing your show's worldwide audience. So thank you again, all of you, for being on the show and sharing your bottoms up perspective.
Thank you so much,
for having us.
Dana.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Bye, you guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, how fun. We've never done a panel like that before, Kels.
I
that's
know.
so
I think that
fun.
was the most amount of people we've had on with us at one time. So
Like ever, right? Yeah, I think so too.
So, yeah.
And thank you everyone for being so active in the chat. That's also so much fun for us.
Yeah.
But we're definitely over our time. So I want to thank our guests. You can connect with them at BottomsUp Perspectives on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter. I think you can just Google it and you'll find them, so you can connect with them there.
Yeah.
But thank you again, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of StreamYard Spotlight. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye.